T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, what's going on, my friends? Glad to have you on here on the show this evening. What's going on? We're about to start tonight's show. Hope everybody is ready. We are going to have one kick-ass show tonight. Let's get this thing started, shall we? All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The sound of the region. Ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another show here of a Jigs and Reels Radio KW on CKWR.com. Where's my first comments? Where's my people? Where are my friends? Where are my peeps? Where are you guys? Oh, man, it is another Monday night. It is January the 13th. We're already like almost halfway through January. That is absolutely gross to think of that. Hello, Marion. Hello, Paul Bump. Oh, sorry. What's on tap for supper tonight, Paulie? What'd you make yourself? What did you guys have for supper there, my friend? What did you have for supper? Got a good show on hand tonight. I'm actually really, really pumped about the music I've got going on tonight. The new Music Monday is going to be like no other. There's some stuff. Oh, biscuit pizza. Yummy. Hello, Mr. Lethbridge. Welcome to the show. Got your messages. Glad you're tuning in, my friend, as always. Oh, man. It is nasty up here. It is minus 16. That is Celsius. Michelle, how are you? Glad you're tuning in tonight. We got a good show. I'm really excited. Hello, Mr. Jeremy James. Going to be talking to Angie Reed, of course, from the Dildo Brewery. Mr. Trying to get some songs here from a birthday boy not too long ago, and it's not around. I got to get some from him. Got to get some from him. Got the toque on because, like I said, it's freaking cold in here. Hello, Mr. Fitzy. Tommy Ryan. Hey, buddy, listen, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you feeling? Are you out of the hospital, Mr. Tommy? Gave the nurses enough of a hard time. They kicked your ass out of there. You're good? How are you, Fitzy, my brother from another mother? Haven't talked to you in so long. You've been busy. I've been busy. We've been busy. We're all busy. Oh, and I got myself new glasses tonight. Did you check it out? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, we are. I totally agree. I'm starting off with that tonight there, Mr. Glenn Royal. I'll put that over there. Put that over here. Here we go. Well, good evening, Newfoundlanders and those who wish to be. It is I, Dean Clark, in the pilot's chair one more time on a Monday, January the 13th. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the show, I want to welcome you all. If it's your second time, well, welcome back. If it's your 173rd time, boys, you know what's going to happen tonight. That's right. We don't know. We never know what's going to happen on a Monday night's Jigs and Reels Radio KW, the all Newfoundland show, live on the air. That sounds so cool. I love when I say that. Live on the air, no podcast, no recordings. It is live. Anything can happen. And you've heard me make some mistakes in the past. It's bound to happen because it is live. And I'm here by myself. I do this all by myself. We have a great show for you on hand tonight. The new Music Monday, it is back. And I'll tell you, it made up for some lost time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, did I count that? Where the hell's my pen? I need my pen. I need my Peter Pointer. Damn it. See, it's live radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, nine new tracks tonight. Holy Hannah. I'll tell you all about that soon. Coming up into this show, we got Eventide. I was going through my list, and I'm trying to figure out some songs of what's kind of going on, and I came across that album, and I'm like, ooh, I got to play that tonight. Our live interactive behind the scenes is up and running. I want to say hi to everybody. The TikTok side of things, I was having a little bit of issues, so we will not be on TikTok tonight. I apologize, but the Facebook and the tube of you is going strong. Fitzy's on it, Wetter's on it, Jeremy, Glenn, Royal, Ali, CB, Flynn, who is going to be part of the New Music Monday. Glenn Royal did bring up a fact about Mr. Greg Wells, and not just Greg, but everybody else that's been affected by those California fires. No matter who they are, okay, they are still human. They have lost everything. Greg got out of there with the shirt and stuff on his back, but him and his family are safe. And that's the most important, because some families did not make it out. So our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts go out to those suffering and enduring the hardships that's going on in the California fires. And you know what, Greg, I was talking with one of my customers today in Texas, and he was talking about how there's a 6 degrees of separation, or yeah, for him, it was like a 1 degree of separation. He knew of somebody whose neighbor was the one that passed away in the fire, that perished. So again, it's that everybody is affected somehow, some way. So our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers go out to Mr. Wells and his family, of course, and to everyone else that is affected by the California fires. Let's kick off tonight's show, shall we? Eventide, just before a band that has some ties to a current trio. I'll tell you more about that as the night goes on and the show goes on right now. Eventide, and May I Have This Waltz on Jigs and Reels Radio, KW on Mix 98.5. All right, let's crack this open. What do you mean I need new glasses, Johnny? That's for you. Oh, yeah, there it is. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. There's nothing like a cold Red Bull on a Monday night. So, Fitzy, when are you getting me into the studio to record some whistling tracks, buddy? Rumor has it that somebody wants me to get on their stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, we missed you on Saturday night, Wetter, at Kimmy's birthday party. That was a ton of fun. That was a lot of fun at the party. What do you mean? Why are you laughing? Hey, Travers. Well, it's funny because, like I said, this was And the Moon Did Shine is the name of the album. And like I said, I'm going through my list, and every week it surprises me on going, oh my God, that's right, I haven't played this. So I'm like, I gotta play it. And there's actually another band out of Grand Falls, Windsor. I can't remember. Anyways, I looked it up on their Facebook page, and it was like a hard rock heavy metal band. And I'm like, no, I don't think we're talking about the same band. So these guys are like 2017, if I'm not mistaken. What's going on, Dougie? Darty night? Darty. Don't be hitting the wire now, Dougie Fry. Did I jinx you? Nothing for the triples, buddy. Nothing but triples. And don't bust. Don't bust. All right? Good luck tonight there, Fry man. We got to talk about April, too. Over 6 darts? 9 darts. No, maybe 12 darts? 180? We're going to have to shoot some when I'm home, buddy. course, Dana's going to pop up and she's going to be like, when the hell are you going to have time? I'll make time for Dougie Fry. I always make time for Dougie Fry. Does the Dildo Brewery have a dartboard? I wonder. I wonder. Hello, Mr. Hibbs. I heard you had a great talk this afternoon with, well, then we should bring our own, Dougie. We should bring our own, walk in with our own dartboard. I heard you had a great chat today with Coral this afternoon, brother. Wonder if Ty's listening. Again, I should be on TikTok, but again, we're having some issues with it. The Dildo Darts League, the double DL. Is that what we're thinking? Double D's. That's what Dana and I are known as in the Morty's football pool. Of course. You know how I roll. Oh, yeah. Old man say. Quick, who sings this? It's a great song. Again, I heard this on the station and I was like, ooh. Oh. Wait till you and I chat, brother, man. I want you to grab a drink, whatever it is, and it's gonna be Chris. It's gonna be just like you and I talking across. You're sitting across from me. It's pretty much how we're gonna chat, brother. It's just like as if we're long lost friends and we haven't chatted in forever. That's how it's gonna be tonight, big dog. Ask anybody who I've talked to on the behind the scenes, and they'll tell you. It's just like you're sitting here right beside me. Hard to start, hard to steer. You couldn't take her out without your rubber gear on. That's how he liked it. Well, I plan on playing pool, Jeremy, with Mackenzie Critch and Darcy Scott when I'm down home. I think that's going to be freaking awesome. Looking forward to that. Again, I'll have time somewhere. I don't know where or how. I'll figure it out. Trust me. I'll figure it out. All right, Dougie. Good luck tonight, big man. Hey. That's right. Folks say. 30 years she served him well. I bet you're excited for tonight's show, Mr. Jeremy James. You're ready for the New Music Monday, which I haven't played in a while, eh, buddy? Hey, now, it's the way she goes. She got a wayward inclination and a built-in rock and roll. Though the lady love, she didn't look like much, but he kept her just the same. Cause every time he took her out, she brought him home again. What's going on, Zach? Na, 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 na. Did anybody guess who sings this yet? Jack Pico. Jack is peeking in, the Pico Man. Is it Pico or Pickle? Is it like the Pico or a Pico? I'm mouthing it to you because you can see it, but you're going to sit there on the other end. Did you just answer back how to pronounce your last name, Jack? I bet you did. Dude. I don't have a pen. There we go. It's the clicking thing. Yes, sir. Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Mix 98.5. It is the only station playing nothing but all genres of Newfoundland music for 2 hours every Monday night. Don't forget to tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you're up that long. On Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Live 365. All these songs that you hear are available on that throughout the day. Almost 5,000 songs have been uploaded and more as the days go on. We just finished hearing from Anchors Away. The Lady Luck is the name of that track. Now, it's actually really cool about that track. I heard we were talking not too long ago about Anchors Away and Salt Beef Junkies. Salt Beef Junkies was featured on a podcast that Zach Snow does, and they were talking about our relationship, and they brought up the fact of, Anchors Away, and I'm like, wait a minute. I played Anchors Away back in the 80s and the early 90s when they started, and little did I know it is their grandfather that played the accordion in the band Anchors Away. Pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. So I decided that tonight I'm going to throw on an Anchors Away track in celebration of the Salt Beef Junkies being, part of the Ottawa festivities coming up in April, which we're going to try and get them either in Ottawa or down here in Waterloo for a few shows. Cannot wait. So that was Anchors Away from the Time on the Bay album. May I Have This Waltz from Eventide or Eventide, and The Moon Did Shine was the name of that album. Going back to about 2017 was when that one is. 6:15 coming up, I will have a chat with none other than Mr. Christopher Hibbs. The guy has got so many hats. If you take a look at him, he still actually has hair. With all these hats, you'd think it'd wear down, but no. It's there, but Mr. Christopher Hibbs has done so much with so many people, and I'm super, super excited to have him on the phone. We're going to chat with him. Let's get into some birthdays, shall we? Jennifer of the Celtic Connection group, her daughter, Kara, is 18. Celebrating the birthdays over the last week was Mr. Luke Cox, which you can hear him on the show. Jonathan Reed. There's a reason why I'm saying his name, because there's another Reed coming up I'm going to be playing here very, very, very shortly. Happy birthday to you, Johnny Reed. Sheila George from Heart's Desire, happy birthday to you. And then my cousin, Miss Hilda St. George, the 60th birthday. 60th birthday to my cousin, Hilda St. George, out west. Married my cousin, Phil. So happy 60th. 60th. That is like 6/10 away from 100. 3/5 of 100. Damn, Hilda, you're 60. Still the same humorous person that you always are. And speaking of humor, I gotta tell you, are you ready? I heard this joke over the weekend, and I gotta tell you, y'all ready? Knock, knock. Y'all said it, I know. Cargo. I know y'all said it. Cargo vroom.
Groundwater. Woo! Your drinking water. I can get pretty salty from all that excess salt we spread on the ground.
Hello, Lisa Lane.
This winter.
Miss Francie Barrett.
Chop up the ice. And if colder than -10, salt won't work, so switch to sand for traction.
That was a dad joke, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like that one.
/salting shift.
The region of Waterloo. Hi, this is Dave Fitz, and you're listening to my buddy Dean Clark on Jigs and Reels, the best in Newfoundland and Labrador music on CKWR.
Bing, 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 bing. What's going on, Lisa Lane? How's things in your neck of woods? So, Mr. Hibbs, I'm going to play one more song, and then I'm going to give you a holla. And then we're going to play some Arbiters. We're going to play some Marcino. And then, of course, your debut track. The debut track from the Way East. Not too way out, but way enough. Way enough. I was talking with the guys today from Wild Step, and it was funny because Music NL does did you see their thing on their post? So I'm trying to collaborate with them about doing the New Music Monday, because that's what they're doing now. And of course, yours truly does New Music Monday and has since I started. So we're going to try and collaborate with Music NL, but they had this song from these guys, Wild Step. They're not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that. Now, again, I've never listened to the song, but if you take a look at their page, damn, they are a heavy rock group from Labrador. So, yeah, this is Dino Reed. I told you I had to play another Reed. This is the Dino. Johnny Reed is celebrating his birthday. I'm not going anywhere. You know what he's talking about. Lots of Reeds going on. We're going to have to talk with Angie Reed in a little bit. What an absolute beauty song. This guy can write anything. Hey, Fitzy, you've been around a long time, and you know Dino. Actually, I'm staying at Dino's shack when I'm home at Dildo for the 3 days. I booked my ticket. I am so excited. Fly out on the 5th, get into Newfoundland by 12:30, pick up the car. I'm not entirely sure on where I'm going to go yet. There's so many great restaurants now that are popping up. Obviously, Keith's is on my list, but there's a couple of them. There's a couple of new ones that I'm going to be checking out, and I'll be, I'll be definitely be filling you in and taking tons of pictures while I'm down home. Going to be doing a lot of walking though, because I want to hand out a lot of posters. I want to meet a lot of people. I'm going to go to Second Stage. I'm going to meet up with those guys. Chris and I are going to have a few yarns. We're going to have a few chats, and then I'm going to hang out with my buddy Evan O'Coin. This again, I don't know where I'm going to be, but I hope you guys are all with me. I'll make sure to fill you in, and if you guys are around the area, come on out. I ain't buying you shit. I ain't buying rounds. Not this time around. Jesus, no. You can buy me some. I get to see my buddy Rodney, hopefully run into Peter, run into Jacob Earl, of course, Nick Earl. Got to talk to my buddy. I know there's no glare. You know what? I plan on heading around that way one day. It's on my list, my friend. It's on my list. Petty Harbor is where I plan on going. They got a new restaurant out there. I want to check that out for sure. So again, this was another song I heard on the radio on CKWR. I mean, on my station. And I absolutely love this song. Completely forgot I had this. Yeah, man. You know, Dana always makes fun of me because I always tell her, I'm like, in Newfoundland, there's 27 hours in a day. You know, I gotta make sure I take it all in. I have no choice. I gotta make up for lost time when I'm home. That's the thing. Well, I gotta make up, I gotta make up lost time. And the joys of being, I'm going to be definitely seeing my aunt and uncle, Aunt Karen and Uncle Robert, because, of course, they're just beside Dildo, but I chose to stay in Dildo like a stone's throw away from the brewery because I don't know how busy it's going to be. 25 female musicians. It's going to be nuts. Absolutely nuts. 3 days, March 7th, 8th, and 9th. And I've decided I'm going to stay until the 10th, that Monday morning, and take a very early flight back. And Be back to work by noon. Because the weather is going to be nice in March in Newfoundland. Sure will.
Hello.
Well, hello.
How you doing, Dean?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I haven't better. I'm absolutely dying with the flu.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Man, everybody's getting that. Everybody's getting that shit.
Absolutely right about it. I think we're calling it now the plague or something like
Yeah.
that.
COVID-25.
Yeah, something like
You
that.
know, it's a new strain. It's strain 65-X3357, you know, whatever. Jeez.
No, I had the flu there last weekend, was absolutely brutally sick in bed, and then it just caught a wind and really couldn't figure that out. And then all of a sudden, I woke up yesterday morning and there was the phlegm and the cough. Oh man, like a whooping cough almost.
Oh, well, let's hope it doesn't happen in 5 seconds. Jigs and Reels Radio, KW on Mix 98.5, and that is the last two singing a song called Somewhere Between. Proud Dildonian. I told you about Johnny Reed celebrating his birthday. Well, another Reed, Dino Reed, played that track, and what an absolute amazing singer-songwriter. We're going to take a quick break, 17 seconds. I've got none other than Mr. Christopher Hibbs on the other side.
Absolutely.
Bow, 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 bow. All right, and we're back here on Jigs and Reels, and it is with an honor and a pleasure that I have on the phone lines all the way from the beautiful province. Do you guys have snow down there yet or no?
Well, it's been pretty green, you know, knock on wood. I probably changed it now, but we recently just got a dusting of snow, and that's about it, though, Dean.
Dude, I tell you, man, we got snow last night. We're getting snow today. You know, I'm done. And I know we're Canadians and we're allowed to bitch about the weather because we are Canadians. That's, you know, if you vote, you can bitch about politics. If you know, if you're Canadian, you can bitch about the weather. So I'm bitching. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. I'm done. I'm done with it.
You guys get to define seasons up there. Like you get winter when it's calling for winter. You guys get it.
We do. And, you know, we go big or go home. That's for damn sure. I have nothing but the man himself, Mr. Christopher Hibbs. Dude, I want to say one band, but man, you are like part of multiple bands. You are multi-instrumentalist. You are multi-talented. Dude, so you know what? I'm going to let you introduce you as to who you are. So, Christopher Hibbs, who are you?
Well, thanks for all that, Dean. It certainly means a lot, and obviously the support that you continuously give us. But myself, wow, I started writing music when I was 16, and I guess my first real break came because, like, you play in a lot of high school bands and you know, little bands that play shows here and there, and sometimes they go somewhere and sometimes they don't. But fortunately, I was lucky enough to meet up with a singer by the name of Melanie Benson, and that group turned out to be called Marcino. And we had a string of really great musicians in that band, and really it was the first opportunity I had to write a solid album. I mean, when was the last time you heard of 12 songs on an album?
Yeah.
Where you could actually fund it and be actually able to do that.
Yeah.
Right? But that's actually what came out of Marcino, and we had some really great opportunities with that. And then eventually that flowed into, that went on for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I still keep in contact with some of the guys.
Yeah.
We had a very close relationship when we were all together, but, people grow up and we move to different parts of the world, and that's just kind of what happens. But after that, then I ended up moving up to Ontario, and I started a group by the name of the Arbiters.
Okay.
Yeah, the Arbiters, actually. So we were kind of based out of Peterborough /Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too far from you guy.
No, not at all. A couple of hours to Peterborough, 2-3, and then an hour to Toronto.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're talking about the weather though, right?
Well, you've been here and you lived in Peterborough, so this is worse than what we've got here.
Oh man, it was those defined seasons. I mean, you like them or you love them or you hate them, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like right now, the weather is pretty good here in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
But there, man, when you got the snow, you got the snow.
That's it.
But in terms of the band, though, in the Arbors, we had some really great opportunities up there. We got to open up for bands like Said the Whale, Winter,
Oh, wow.
Born Ruffians, you know, some good classics from up your way, but also from the East Coast.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing an album, but it was with that album, which was a bit rushed. I kind of headed home. We had a bit of a family tragedy that kind of occurred. It kind of called me back to the island.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't long after that I had some struggles in life, you know, like you do.
Yep.
I kind of stepped away from music, actually, for a large portion, actually, like quite a few years. And I finally got myself planted on the ground again. You know, my feet solid. With
Good.
Really good friends and a very solid family.
Good.
And, I started writing music again. And it was with that The Way East was born.
Wow. So it was crazy because you and I chatted, and it was by fluke, really, because I love social media, because I follow, and then all of a sudden you have these friends with, and then all of a sudden something else pops up, and then you popped up with, was it Marcino? I think it was, with The Ring, or it was C. Hibbs music, whatever. And then I saw bits and pieces, and I'm like, oh, I got to get in touch with this guy. And that was it. And we created that friendship and that relationship from day one. And I don't think there's been a couple of days that have gone by that we haven't chatted somewhat, even just to say hi to one another and check in. But it's one of those things that if anybody knows me on the behind the scenes, and I think you realize what I am now, what I'm all about, it is about creating those relationships and the friendships, because those are the ones that last. And you know, you and I are from the same cloth. We wear our heart in our sleeves, and it's one of those things where, you know what, man, I got a niche, I got this, can you help, you know? And it's that sort of give and take, and it's with the music as well. And so all of a sudden we started talking about Marcino. Then we started talking about the Arbiters, and then of course The Way East. And I want to play the Arbiters track, Operator, before I play the Marcino, The Ring. Tell us about the writing on the Operator track with the Arbiters.
So with the Arbiters, the Arbiters was, I did most of the writing.
Yeah.
Now our singer was a guy by the name of Ian Lawless. I also had a guy by the name of Sam on bass, and I also had Shane on drums. And they were all from the Ontario region, all like from around where you are.
Yeah.
And so the song, the Operator, is kind of about people controlling what you say to kind of go along with the man, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, keeping your mouth shut and just kind of going along with the punches, you know, in society and in life.
Interesting. All right, let's give it a listen. We've played this on a New Music Monday before, but here it is with Mr. Christopher Hibbs, giving you the background on it. The song is called The Operator, The Arbiters. Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Mix 98.5. This is a killer track, dude. I like this. Like, it's just the instrumentation. Anybody on the behind the scenes that heard this song, when I first heard this, and then I turned Pete Fowler, who's one of our announcers here at the station, he fell in love with it as well. And yeah, dude, it's a well-written track, and it's hard to believe that you wrote this how many years ago?
Oh, gee, 10 years ago, maybe 13. That's
incredible. When, like, I look at guys on the behind the scenes here, and that are chiming in, and then I watch people and they're like, oh, but where else are you going to hear this? And it's like, I would have never, if I never met you, Chris, I would have never heard this song or Marcino or The Way East or anything. And I think this is what needs to come out to everybody. And yeah, man, this is radio playable music.
That's phenomenal. You know, like your continued support, like the things that you say, and make any musician blush and just make you feel like you have support in the room. So thank you for that. But you're right. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the famous bar in Peterborough called the Red Dog?
No. Fitzy, you're on the back of the scene. You ever heard of the Red Dog in Peterborough? He'll chime in. Fitz has played freaking everywhere, man. Fitz is the god. Dave Fitz is the GOAT. He's played with many musicians and stuff. So, but no, I personally have never heard of the Red Dog.
No, so like the Red Dog, honestly, if it wasn't for the manager there at the Red Dog who took a liking to us, who really, through hearing songs like The Operator, and he was like, every time a band came to town, they're like, "You guys want to open? You guys want to open?"
Oh, that's cool.
It was especially cool. It's like you said, on social media,
Yeah.
those like special little relationships.
Yeah.
Kind of carry you across the country.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. And yeah, and you know what, your experience between the two bands moving into the Way East. I got a couple people on the behind the scenes. What's his name here from the Way East? Yeah, it's really, really, really cool to have that sort of behind you. And the Marcino track, like it's all the like I haven't heard the Way East yet, but between the Arbiters and the Marcino track, it's a very different sound.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a bit of so the Marcino definitely feels a bit polished, and then the Arbiters, I think because it was rushed, with having to kind of get back home, it does sound a bit washy.
Really?
Well, it's a different sounding album. I mean, I'm hoping to get that out on streaming platforms too within the next month or two.
Okay.
When you get to hear the other 6 or 7 songs, it's a different vibe of writing completely.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. You don't want it to sound the same.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
Right? Like if that was the case, you would have stayed with the Arbiters and brought the female musician in.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
You're right. Yeah.
Right. So you gotta move on. And again, there are different periods in your life that reflect the writing of your music.
100%. And that's maybe what I was going to say. Like, maybe it's a little bit of the Ontario feel.
Yeah. Oh, this is totally Ontario feel. Oh, hell yeah. All right, here we go.
All right.
Jigs and Reels Radio, KW. Those are the Arbiters in a song called The Operator. I've got Mr. Christopher Hibbs, who actually wrote that song, on the phone lines right now. We're talking offline how that album seemed unpolished to him. So, Chris, let me ask you, what would be a couple of things or one thing that you would change with that album if you had the chance to do it again?
Okay, so a little fun fact about that album. That was done live off the floor.
Oh, no way.
Yes, and I guess that to me is the reason why it sounds a little washy, because, with the Marcino, the Way East, even my solo stuff, like we go in, we'll do a scratch track,
Sure.
lay down the drums, then the bass and the guitars, vocals,
Yeah.
how I'm going with this.
Yep.
With the Arbiters, no. Again, it was a time crunch. So we actually went in there, played to a click, and then just did it all live off the floor.
Wow. See, you can't tell that. You can't say you for me personally, and I don't know if it can tell or anybody else that can, live from the floor. And there's nothing wrong with that. If anybody's listening and kind of wondering what we're talking about, it's basically a microphone in between the band or a couple of microphones, and it's being recorded live. There is no recording tracks. If they make a mistake, they start from the beginning. Is that and that's pretty much how you did it. So it was like performing a concert in the room and going with it and recording that song, then stopping and then the next song. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I think sometimes that sounds raw and it sounds authentic.
Yeah.
Right? So for you to kind of sit there, and I know you're a critique, because we're all our worst critics,
Yeah.
right? So you sit there and you go, wow, we should have done. But for guys like me who sit there and listen to it, dude, I think it sounds great. I like that rawness. And, for you to change that, do you really want to make it sound? I don't know. I'm not a producer, but I like that sound.
Thanks, James.
So don't change it is what I'm freaking telling you, Chris.
I think it would be impossible to try to do it now. I just I had that experience of writing something or like playing something live on the floor and recording it.
Yeah.
It was a fun experience.
Oh.
It was Cumberland County area.
Yeah.
And, you know, he did a fantastic job. But also, too, and I got to give props to Shane Heil, who's our drummer at the time. And, like, he kept us, you know, on beat and on track with it.
And you guys were probably so young, too. You're going, okay, let's just finish this. For crying out loud, McDonald's is waiting. Listen, let's move in over to Marcino now. So Marcino the Ring, was your first band that you kind of was a part of, and of course you just released the Ring again. What was the reason behind doing that?
So like, I don't know why, Dean. I had never released it on streaming platforms. I mean, we're talking now 15 years ago with the Ring, with the whole album of the Day Waits. And I think what it was, I actually have a lot of people come to me and be like, Chris, like, you know, either I can't find my CD anymore, or like, why isn't it just on streaming platforms? To be honest with you, we were out to Rob Wells, right? He did one of the songwriting series out to Winterton,
down at Trinity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And I had Jonathan come to me, and he's like, man, he's like, you really should put it on streaming platforms. And I don't know, I said, like, why not? So I spoke to the guys in the band, and there it is, you know, just like that with a click. There it is, stuff they're on there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's again, it's where it's at, right? Fitzy on the background, you talked about a guy by the name of Sam. Are you talking about Sam Cole?
No, Sam,
I put you on the spot.
I believe this, I can't even
Sam, so if anybody's named Sam, it's Chris.
Maybe it'll come to me and but he was from Peterborough, yeah.
Okay. All right. So somebody from Peterborough. If your name's Sam and you're listening in from Peterborough, we want to say hi to you. So Chris, the Ring features a female vocalist on this. Where was everybody from in the band on Marcino?
Okay, so large majority of us were actually from CBS. Myself, but then of course there was Curtis Perrin, who actually has his own recording studio as well. And then Melanie Benson actually at the time was in CBS, but eventually moved out to Maddox Cove. And then we had Brad Wells on drums, and he was from the Mount Pearl area. And we had Vince Neville as well on guitar from the Paradise area.
Okay. So let's give this a listen to From a Good Day Waits, released about 15 years ago, and is now all up on the streaming platforms, and of course is all up on the Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Live 365. Here it is, Marcino, and a song called The Ring, Jigs and Reels Radio KW, Mix 98.5. See, again, dude, it's like two totally separate sounds, and this one again is radio airplayable. I don't know why people never picked up on this shit, but you know, that's my argument every time I get on the air. But this song is deadly, man. This song, and 15 years ago, this had that sound, right? This was the sound 15 years ago. And it's resurrected itself, because there's a lot of musicians out that sound like this now, and a lot of bands that sound like this now that could certainly be right up there with anybody else. What's going on, Steve Mayer? How are you? Good to have you on the behind the scenes. Nice picture, by the way. That guitar looks like a ukulele on you. Her vocals are so powerful too. I think I said that when I debuted this. Oh, what is she doing now? Is she singing at all? Doing anything?
I reached out to her not that long ago. She's actually living out in Dubai.
No way.
Yeah, she is a coach for triathlon.
Shut up! Oh my God, what a career change that is.
Like how it sounds, she did a Canadian Idol.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. She came like third, I think, like the same year like Rex Gowie was doing it, maybe.
Really? Wow. See, now that's crazy that you bring that up because I remember being on the show from 88 to 08, the Jigs and Reels Part 1. And I remember when Rex won it because, of course, there was no social media back then. There was nothing. So we had to rely on television, right? And I mean, not Cody Box, not the box. It was like Rogers. It was that was it. And I remember when Rex was playing and stuff, and I had him on the air. I actually had Rex Gowdy on my radio show, but I never, ever heard of Melanie Benson, ever.
Go away, hey?
Yep. Because again, if you didn't if it wasn't to the forefront, you'd never know. You're right. Like you look at everybody now. As soon as they make something on some stage, they're broadcasting about it, and I'm right there. If they're from Newfoundland, I'm right there. So now there's no reason for me not to see anybody and not to chime in.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. I think, like, do you know how we randomly met? I went down to an open mic after she had done like the whole Canadian Idol.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, like, your voice is phenomenal. And
okay, hold that thought.
Know what she was from.
Hold that thought. Let's talk about that. Jigs and Reels Radio KW. Jeremy on the behind the scenes said that track is heavy. That is The Ring from Marcino, A Good Day Waits. We've already heard The Arbiters and then Marcino. Marcino was before The Arbiters. And I got Christopher Hibbs, who was part of both bands, and now he's part of band number 3, The Way East. We're going to hear their debut radio, worldwide debut on the air momentarily. But we're going to talk about Melanie Benson for a little bit. It was interesting on how you found her because we were talking about her vocals being extremely powerful. Almost, you know what? It was really close to hearing it like a Gwen Stefani sort of sound.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. And that was kind of the sound. Jeremy, anybody on the behind the scenes, talking about it, it was that sort of sound. And the music fit her vocals. And we talked about how you, Chris, felt that, both bands, you wanted them to sound, they're completely different bands. And I think during the time and during that era, it works. And it's funny because now it kind of cycles back around and it works again. Her vocals fit with anybody that's being on commercial radio by any means. So you met Melanie through Canadian Idol around the same time Rex Gowdy.
Yeah, it was somewhere around that period. Like if it wasn't that exact year,
yeah,
it was either just the year before or the year after. But it was one of those years where a Newfoundland singer. She came in third place.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly quite make the airwaves as what he did, right? But
yeah,
right there behind this. And so she ended up just like playing her, her little solo gigs downtown at open mics. And I just happened to be down there one night, and we were talking about social media and how like you weren't really able to connect to people back then.
Sure.
Fully know their background. And I ran into her and I said, hey, look, I got a few songs written. I'd really like to have like a rock band with a female front singer. Would you like to listen to a few tunes? And next thing you know, we got together and showed her a few tunes, and it just some wins, right? Yeah.
It was a win-win. You couldn't turn it away after that. Now you were like, no, we're done. Forward we go. So you formed that band. How long did that band stay together? Marcino was, what'd you say?
5 years we were together, yeah.
Wow, and played around all around the island. Did you ever make it towards Ontario way, anywhere west?
We ended up competing for $1 million contract. I don't know if you heard of such a thing. It was actually held at Club One. Bodog was the one putting it off.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like we went to Club One. We competed with X amount of bands, right?
Of course.
And we ended up, it was done by voters. So like everybody that was in the crowd, they got a ballot and they would like click off like which bands they thought were the top bands.
Oh wow.
It was intense. It was really fun. In fact, actually, fun fact again, if you want to go into YouTube, a lot of it is still there. You can search Marcino and Club One, and you'll see some of the videos of like what we were doing back then.
Wow, talk about old school. With a pencil and a piece of paper, and you check off. So the more fans you had out, the better chances you had of winning.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not fixed at all.
Like, it was probably just like you kind of click off, and
Yeah.
about it through social media.
Yeah.
On your phone.
Yeah, that is incredible, dude. That's a great story. So let's move forward now.
All right.
You're doing some stuff now because you're only what, 28, 29 years old. So you've done a lot since.
Yeah, I know.
So you've done a lot now around the island. You're playing a couple of gigs at Second Stage. Tell me about your involvement with Ryan and over there.
Sorry, where was that again?
The Second Stage, the open area that you can kind of play at, the rock bar.
Absolutely. I can't say enough good about Ryan and what he's doing. To have another location like in the St. John's area where bands of all ages can go. It's a clean venue. And what I mean by clean, it's literally clean,
Yeah.
but it's also clean in that like there's no worry about drinking or drugs or any
Yep.
of that.
Yep.
It's run by a fantastic person. Anybody who knows Ryan knows that he runs a great establishment there with Second Stage, and of course, that's like where we're jamming now. 90% of the time, it's a great venue. It's got his PA, it's got his drums.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about me, Ryan. I had him on the air not too long ago when we were talking about that, and there's a lot of great things coming, a lot of great bands going through. So follow my page on Facebook's, Instagram, YouTube, all that sort of stuff, and then head on over and watch what goes on over there. Like you said, it's a great, safe venue for all ages to play, and I think that's extremely important in St. John's and Newfoundland in general, for somebody to go and not feel pressured. And I think in nowadays, with everything that's going on and what you see down home, we need that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, we need that. So now let's move into the Way East. Where did the name come from?
Look, I got to tip my hat to Jack for this one, Jack Picco. I think you were wondering.
Yeah. There we go. Jack Picco.
But I've worked the other way several times.
Yes.
You're good. The thing with that is that we were teetering with a couple of different names. I had a few built up, but none of them clicked for us.
Yeah.
And then, Jack, we were pretty well co-writers, so we kind of, managed the band between the two of us. And he said, Chris, what do you think about the Way East? And like right away, I thought it just had that really good ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So now let me ask you something. If you had an opportunity to play anywhere, we'll start with Canada, where would you want to play?
Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah. But
Why?
there's also a lot of the other places.
Okay.
Calgary, even Whitehorse.
Wow. Okay. I know the big scene out west. Yeah, that would be a great spot for you guys to play. Kitchener-Waterloo is also a good spot to play. I'm really upset that you never mentioned that city, but
I know, I'm kicking myself.
whatever. Yeah, that was an open door. Right. I'm sorry, you're cutting out, Chris. What? Yeah. This ain't a podcast, dude. This is live, my friend. I already got it on tape. I'm gonna play that back on YouTube. I'm gonna be like, so much for Chris and the Way East playing in Kitchener-Waterloo. We chose Vancouver. Huh.
Well, hey, there's an option, like.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey, you just never know, my friend.
Okay.
You never know. So let's talk about. I made a joke about High School Locker. Okay. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, and this is your first time listening, I've never heard this song. I don't listen to new music. I never do. Chris laughed at me when I told him this, because I don't want to be biased. I want to listen to it for the very first time, like you all. It's like a Christmas gift. It's like a birthday gift. I want to open it with everybody all around me, and that's what we're doing. So we all hear it for the very first time. High School Locker. I was in high school about 10 years ago, because I'm around the same age as you, Chris. Yeah, at least. So we, my High School Locker, had a Samantha Fox poster in it. That's how far back I'm going. It did have some Def Leppard, and because I was a rocker back then. I had hair, and but But I'm really glad that, no one looked in my high school locker now from what I had then. Mind you, I'm sure a lot of kids have worse stuff in their lockers than what I had. Where'd the inspiration come for this song, Chris?
So, well, high school locker. Myself and Jack, we wrote it together. So in terms of lyrically, the chorus I took on, he took on the verses. But collectively, the idea came with the whole nostalgia of those memories of, you were getting together with your buddies, like on a Friday, like at 3:30 when school was getting out.
Yeah.
You might have had this girl that you were interested in, or like, you're going to go to a party.
Yeah.
It was all about what happened over the weekend, and Monday, you were heading to the locker, and it was all that Monday morning.
All right. Right on. So it's like a water cooler for high schoolers.
You got it, man.
That is crazy. That is, you know what? And it's so true. That is absolutely really, really great idea. I love when, man, I can't write a song. I can, I've joked about him going, I get a few verses out or whatever, and it's just like, that's garbage. But something like this, the inspiration, man, writing is such a talent. And like, I'm looking forward to hearing this song. So I'm going to let you introduce this song, Mr. Christopher Hibbs, and we're going to say goodbye. I really appreciate you coming on the air, dude. I am so excited about meeting up with you in March and having a bite to eat with you wherever, and then going to see Ryan at Second Stage. Brother, man, I really appreciate you coming on the air and having a chat. And see, you didn't have to be nervous at all.
Thank you.
All right, so introduce the track there, my friend.
Absolutely. So everyone, you're going to hear High School Locker by the Way East.
All right, buddy. I'm going to crank this shit. You have a good one, my friend.
You take care, Dean.
All right, brother. Love you like a brother.
Me too, brother.
Later. All right, here we go. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this. Blink-182 could do this. You guys are on par for a Blink-182 on this sort of track. Green Day. It's that party track. Yes. Foo Fighters. Yes. Yes. It's a happy track. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. Yes. It is never too early to start thinking of summer. And when this comes out, I'm going to be adding this to my 2024, which I got to change over, my Driving Tunes playlist on Spotify. This is going to be right there. Oh, I can just see this live. Everybody's hands in the air, just going. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. I love it. Bro, this is awesome.
Hello.
Oh, good day, young lady.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Miss Reed?
I'm good.
Good. Ready to go in 25 seconds?
Yeah.
All right. Jigs and Rails Radio KW on Mix 98.5. That is a brand new track from a group called the Way East High School Locker. That song has a lot of ring to it. They had it on the behind the scenes, a Foo Fighters sort of sound, very happy, very energetic. Thank you, Christopher Hibbs, for coming on the air and chatting about your three bands. And again, all three sounds completely different through the genres, through the decades. That right there is going to be a banger. The Way East and High School Locker. I'm looking forward to hearing more. Speaking of hearing more, I get to now chat with the one and only another Reed on the show tonight. Johnny Reed celebrates his birthday. I played Dino Reed tonight. And now I have the ever so popular, the one and only, you cannot compare it to anybody else, Angie Reed of the Dildo Brewery.
Wow, that was a lot to live up to.
Oh, well, you know, I tell you, that was a mouthful too. And, you know, I'm on my second can of Red Bull. That's probably why. And Angie Reed, welcome to the show. It is every week we talk with you about what's going on at the brewery, what's going on in Dildo. And of course, did Johnny Reed celebrate his birthday with you guys there a little while ago?
Last Saturday, he performed at the brewery. Yeah.
Did you get him a cake? Did anyone even wish him a happy birthday?
I wasn't there, Dean. I
Oh.
wasn't there, but I'm sure if he was having a birthday, Johnny is the kind of guy that probably would have told us he was having a birthday.
I bet. And you know what's funny is I've got another Reed that's on the behind the scenes, Dana Reed. Like the Reeds are full on tonight. This is crazy. Of course, Miss Angie Reed, you know Dana Reed because her mom is one of your star servers there at the brewery.
She is.
And that's it. And I remember meeting Diane and sneakily coming over with a note saying, I'm Dana Reed's mom. So it's kind of funny on how that goes. And Dana's going to be part of the International Women's Day Festival celebrating the women of Newfoundland music. But until then, how is everything going down home?
Oh my goodness, things are great. Number one, the weather, we've been able to keep snow away, which is awesome. It's a little bit frosty in the mornings, but our days are beautiful. So we're having a great winter, I guess you call it.
Good.
But yeah, no, things are going good. We had a meeting today to talk about International Women's Day. So we're super pumped. We're just getting some advertising together and just chatting about all the fun things we're going to do over those few days. So we're like super excited that you're coming down. And,
oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is just going to be phenomenal. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, this is one of a kind because again, I still don't hear of anybody doing anything like this. So you know what? I think we should try and make this an annual thing. What do you think?
I think so too.
All right.
Absolutely, yeah.
I agree.
It definitely has to be an annual thing.
All right.
Amazing weekend.
Well, then I'm just going to have to go to Newfoundland in 2026 again, at least 3-4 times. Man, oh, darn. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's already booked. I cannot wait because the weather in March is going to be beautiful, just like it is now. It's going to be amazing.
Of course it is.
It's
always great in Newfoundland.
In March, exactly. So what do you got coming up now? You're on your winter hours, so your reduced hours. What are they now?
Yeah, so our hours are a little bit reduced now. So we are open from Thursday to Sunday. So we still do our live music Saturday night. That's a given that we always have live entertainment Saturday night.
Yep.
This week coming up, we have Angie Bolton coming on Saturday night, so we're really excited about that.
Right on.
Yeah, and so I mean, we open at noon every day, and there's always great specials going on in the tap room. We've got our beer Ingo, which is this Thursday coming, and we have another one because we sold out so fast.
Yep.
We put another one in the following Thursday, and that one sold out. So,
Oh, wow. So could this be something of a weekly thing, as it's kind of, people seem it to be really popular over there. Is this something that could turn into a weekly thing for you guys?
oh my God, listen, we love our bingo around the bay.
Who doesn't love bingo around the bay?
Last year, because we only do this in the end of the tourist season.
Right, of course.
Can't do it in the summertime. But last year we just tried to do it once a month, and we ended up having to put it in twice a month.
Yeah.
And now starting off, it just seems like things are really taking off. So we possibly may do it every week, other than the week, because we also have trivia night that we like to put out once a month as well.
Sure.
And we're doing some new fun things with our trivia, so I can't wait to get that announced too. So.
Wicked. So we'll announce that on here / on the social medias. So you got Angie on Saturday night. Everything else is going well down there for you. The red bench, is that still there?
Of course.
All right, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you ever go to Dildo Brewery, please take your picture on that red pew. It is the most iconic, aside from the sign that's up there, but the red pew, that is the most iconic spot to take a great picture. Of course, you got the squid there too. The squid, the squid is there. And then, you know what? That's to scale. I'm going to ask you one day on how that came about, because I know there's a history and a story to that. So
we'll chat about it someday.
Yeah.
There's a story behind that.
All right. And maybe one day I'll interview you, and just have a chat with you on the air about, your upbringing in the Reeds and Dildo and how that all started. That's a great idea. Huh.
Everyone's got stories, Dean. Everyone's got stories.
Some of them want to be told, some of them do not. Where can people find you? I was about to say Sherry, because I was thinking of how we're going to get her to play her guitar, but you knew I had to say it one time tonight. So, Angie, where can people find you?
Well, as always, you can find us anywhere on social media. Dildo Brewing Co. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're all over social media. And of course, if you want to give us a call, you're welcome to 709-582-3335. And of course, we do have a website with all kinds of updates on our website too, and we're always updating it. So like new merchandise, all that kind of stuff is constantly filtering up there. So and that one is dildobrewingco.ca.
Wicked. Angie, always a pleasure talking to you. We'll do this again next Monday night. You have a great week and enjoy Angie on Saturday.
Will do.
All right. You betcha. Bye. All right. That's none other than Angie Reed. We'll be back with some more great music in about 30 seconds.
In Waterloo Region, 1 in 10 households face food insecurity every
We're
day.
doing it.
You can help change that by becoming a monthly donor to the food bank of Waterloo Region. As a Day 365 supporter,
Chris, dude, you get a Fitz bump.
Ensures nutritious meals
Courtesy
every day of the
Paul
year
Bump
for neighbors
and
in need.
Dave Fitzpatrick. So
the
Fitz
food bank
bump.
can provide 2
That was crazy, man. I loved it.
$1 you
Loved
give.
it.
Sign up today at thefoodbank.ca/eat365.
Well,
Together, let's build a community where no one goes hungry.
Hi, this is Barry Fitzpatrick, and you're listening to Jigs and Reels with Dean Clark.
There we go. Woo! Man, we're having some fun. Sheila George, I saw you on here earlier. Happy birthday to you. I gave you a shout out not too long ago. So happy birthday to you, Miss Sheila George. So this was another one I heard today on the station. And I was really happy and excited about getting this on the air. Courtney Wicks. Oh, you'll feel some royalty. Oh. Oh. So Angie just called me, asked me if we could have let it later. She messaged me. Oops. Oops. Sorry, Angie. Oh, where's my... Listen to her voice. Courtney Wicks, by the way, is going to be part of the International Women's Day Festival. Paul, I know you love Courtney's voice.
And she swore she'd be my love forever.
Oh, yeah. So Dana's going to be in a couple of crochet markets here very soon. So she's doing a bunch of fan crocheting stuff. She's going to go try to get into a couple Comic-Cons. So last night I'm doing all the show and getting the prep ready, and of course the player of the week, the Rogues player of the week, and getting all my music done. And before I knew it, it was like 12 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell? Sunday night's gone. Celebrating Saturday night at my sister's place. Kimmy Gilk celebrated her birthday, 45th, and their daughter's 16th. It was a good time, a lot of fun. Hey, Paul, you have this CD. Who's singing this one? From the album Love Me. She's with who on this? Pull the album up. Did you hear the little sample, Jeremy?
The Newfoundland Rogues split their home games this weekend against the Pontiac Pharaohs, but that didn't stop them from putting on an impressive performance. This week's Jigs and Reels Radio KW and Newfoundland Rogues Player of the Week is Amir Yusuf, a second-year player in the BSL hailing from Louisville, Kentucky. The big man at center finished the weekend averaging 18.5 points over 66 minutes of floor time, shooting 56% from the field and 1 for 3 from the free throw line across the 2 games. Other notable contributors for the Rogues included Tate Weaver and Ray Kaku. The team now has a bit of a break before hosting the Titans from KW on
My hometown.
February 1st. Fans can purchase tickets in state.
He's probably hiding because he knows he's scared of me. Oh. That's right, and that should actually be NFLD.ca. See, I told you I was recording that last night. And yes, Newfoundland did get their QMJHL team. And Johnny, who's a season ticket holder with the Kitchener Rangers, they were playing there on Friday night. Yes, home on Friday night. And I had a chance to talk with Mr. Mike Farwell, who's the voice of the Rangers, on the after show. We were talking about the QMJHL being part of Newfoundland now, and one of the guys there, Fitzy, was part of. Is it Fitz? It's Fitz, right, Johnny? Who does the other part of it? And we were talking when he played in the OHL. They used to play out when the Q was in Newfoundland. He used to play out there and enjoyed. Had some great stories. Had a fantastic story about how George Street and how about they used to catch the flight early in the morning and they'd have to go on to George Street and pull people in the team out of the bars to get in time to the airport. That's how much fun they had on George Street. But we're talking about how great of a venue it is. It was always the worst part, though, and it goes with any pro sports teams, just like the Rogues. It's travel. It's tough. But apparently there's going to be some subsidizing through the Q to help with the travel for the other team. So again, that's word. Congratulations. No team name yet, as far as I know. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Memorial Cup will hit Newfoundland sometime in the near future. And then I think Johnny and I will be heading down to that. Who knows? And well, maybe I could be the voice on the Jumbotron for that team as well. Who knows? So the Rogues taking action. They take a break January 31st and the 1st. They play my hometown, the KW Titans. So that'll be interesting. Who am I going to cheer for? Y'all know who I'm going to be cheering for. Rogue Nation all the way. Well, it is about that time that, a lot of people enjoy this time of night. And, oh, hey, what's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, here we go. You know what this is. That is right. It is time for your New Music Monday, and this is the very first because we did a bunch of recaps over the last couple of weeks. So we are now back into it. 9 new tracks tonight. Here we go. It wasn't until the other day, yesterday, Hurricane Music posted this, and I was like, oh, yes, I got to get my hands on this track because I have never, ever had this type of song on the air. Kristen Budd has been performing and making music since the age of 3. She is a graduate from MUN of Music and Music Education. Kristen recently finished her master's in leadership and is currently in her 2nd year of her master's of counseling psychology. She's currently working as a high school music specialist at Mount Pearl Senior High. Kristen has sung in many choirs, including the PCNCSO, MUN Chamber and Festival Choir, Project Chamber Voices, and Lady Cove Women's Choir. She has been performing for most of her life as a solo artist, singing at local fundraisers, events, and shows in her hometown of Carbonear, as well as in St. John's Metro. She was also a member of the Celtic Fiddlers. Evan. She was playing bass and lead vocals. Most recently, she's been singing backup vocals for TXS Red Band and Baraka and The Wave. Now, this is where the cool part comes into play. Kristen is excited to be embarking into the children's music genre as Miss Chris. She has a strong passion for making music with her little students and focus on incorporating social and emotional learning into her music classroom as well as her music. Her music is meant to uplift and inspire children to be their best self. I told you, I'm super stoked about having this one on. Are we ready? Because this is to kick off the New Music Monday. We're talking about none other than Miss Chris, very first time ever on the show, a children's song. And the song is called The Day Has Just Begun. Oh! Oh! Yes! Oh my God! Wow! I love this. I wonder who's playing that tin whistle. Wonder who's playing that. Oh! Jigs and Reels Radio, KW Mix 98.5. What a way to start off this year's New Music Monday with none other than Miss Chris, and the day has just begun. I am all smiles. You see me on the behind the scenes. That is such a great track. Wow. Hurricane Music's Miss Chris. I was talking with Terry Lynn, who's part of, obviously, Kitchen Party, because Miles did a song, the Spider-Man theme, and I'm trying to get him recorded to be the youngest singer on Jigs and Reels Radio. So she's going to try to get him there, and we're going to record it. But she was like, they had so much fun in the studio recording that track. How could you not have fun? How could you not have fun with a song like that? That is, wow. Miss Chris, you saw the post. I shared it. Please do the same thing. Follow her. There is a future for that lady in children's music. Let's continue on, shall we? I'm going to play some back-to-back Lucas Snow. These were separated over a couple of weeks. Both, of course, co-written by the one and only Fitzy himself, recorded at his studio. Let's kick off to this set of 2 internet radio. Traveling Angel is going to follow right behind. New Music Monday with my guy, Mr. Lucas Snow. I just need more female. I just need more kids songs. It's not picking up the sound quite right, and it's really confusing me. It's not just the volume, not just the tone, and also the static with me. Don't feel like listening, cause it ain't like it used to be. Oh, I thought it was co-written. Dude, I'm sure you got a shit ton more in the can, eh? I'm going to sing one, okay, Dave? Get one ready for me. "20 years ago, was the internet even around then?" Songs still sound like it did before. Singers didn't have much to say. So I turned on my radio, fired up my video. On my high definition TV, singers weren't singing songs. It made no sense to me. Okay. I thought it was both were co-written. DJ mix it up so we can hear it all. What do you think, Fitzy? Want to redo Heave Away in a kid's version? That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, dude. Western rock and roll, gospel, metal, blues, and soul, everything you can sing along. Sing along, yeah. Man, you play some good guy. I am cranking it as loud as it go. I was just about to say about the piano solo, Fitzy. Surprised me. Didn't know you could tinkle the ivories like that, Fitzy. So now I hear the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. I sing with the Eagles and George Jones. Yes, I'm the DJ, I can play it all. So many stations I don't even call. You can tap on your keyboard and look at them all. You can hear what you want on your internet radio. Yeah, you can hear what you want on your internet radio.
CKWRFM is now Mix 98.5, the sound of the region.
When I was a child, we'd wander wide, suitcase packed with dreams inside, selling dance songs right from the start. Every place became her story. I'm here in my memory with Dad's melodies inside my heart. Oh, you were my guiding light.
All right. I see where this one's going, Fitzy.
In my heart, you're in my life. Traveling angel by my side.
Beautiful, beautiful song.
From east to west.
You had Roger play on that last track? Is that what you're... You had Roger play the piano on that last track. And he did all those other... Wow.
She shared Dad's melodies in every town. She left her mark.
Hey, so you're on the show here, Lucas. Did you use... Remember you took that photo in front of the red place where we had the jam and Carboneer, and your son was sitting beside you? Did you use that, or are you going to use that on the album cover? I know we talked about that. It was like a train station, remember? It was such a cool photo. You facing the one way and your son with his head, like it was such a classic photo, man. Are you thinking of doing that in, Wow, Fitzy, I didn't know you had that in the can. And you just had him singing. Unbelievable. Huh.
Souls at peace, with no pain to feel. Your mom, you were my guiding light. Through the day and every night. In my heart.
Beautiful song, man. Have I? I'll take your word for it. Must have been a long time ago. Oh. I like that version better, though, Fitzy, okay? Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Mix 98.5. I missed the CKWR. I still can probably say that. CKWR. It is New Music Monday, 7:27, and I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. Coming up in this is, quote, the Raven Spence, Brian Tobin, Area and Wild Steps still to go. Like I told you, brand new. All radio debuts tonight, as far as I know. None of them have yet to make it to a radio station to play. They've been on podcasts, but that's totally different. Totally different. Because anybody can go in just like internet radio, just like we heard that song. See, it's perfect. Perfect. But this is live to air. That was Lucas Snow, Traveling Angel and Internet Radio on the top there with Mr. Fitzy writing that song, and actually had a re-recorded, mastered with Mr. Lucas Snow in his basement not too long ago. It is New Music Monday, January 13th. I should let everybody know. Did anyone see kind of the poster, obviously, with the Women's Day Festival, a celebration of Newfoundland female musicians? 25 female musicians are going to be taking part. The list is endless. I'll be posting this again. But did anyone notice in the bottom corners the two logos? No? Or did you? And you're probably wondering what the heck they meant. It is something new that I'm going to do. I told you last year that something big is happening in 2025. I'm now and have started somewhat of a promotions company called Island Echoes. What is it? It's to bring Newfoundland musicians west. It's to bring Newfoundland musicians off the island, getting their music heard in Southern Ontario. The Falls Pub is one of my go-to places. Bodega Rose is another one. The Registry Theater is another one. KW Little Theater is another one. We're in works with the Goofy Newfie. We've got a couple of places up in Ottawa that I'm working with. Going to try and have about 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 venues. So when a Newfoundland musician wants to play in Ontario, they're going to holler at me. Last year, Rodney Slade, Darcy Scott, Dana Reed. Coming up this year, we're working towards Madeline, Peter Vance, Jenny Mallard, Selena Boland, just to name a few. There is going to be a big, huge band in Southern Ontario. They haven't played here in decades. It's going to be happening in November. Teasers will be coming. I cannot get into it at all right now. It is about to be finalized, and I'm super stoked because that is what I want to do. Island Echoes Promotions, watch for it. Watch for it, because I'm tired. I'm tired of Newfoundland musicians not getting their dues and recognition here in Ontario. Time is now. 2025 is when it's going to happen. I'll work with y'all. Hell yeah. And you know what? The best part is I'm not asking for a dime from anybody unless we sell tickets. I'm willing to help you as far as I can go because that's just who I am. It's in the Clark blood. That's in the Clark blood. This next guy, Ali C.B. Flynn, is an alternative folk musician from the vibrant city of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, a place rich in culture and storytelling traditions. Celebrated for his introspective and sincere lyrics, Ali crafts songs that resonate deeply with listeners, drawing them into a world of heartfelt narratives and poignant reflections. His raw emotional performances, marked by a distinctive blend of vulnerability and passion, leave a lasting impact on audiences. Combining folk-inspired melodies with modern influences, Ali's music offers a unique, raw, and authentic sound that captures both the spirit of his coastal home and universal human experiences. This is a brand new song, again, never heard before, but guess what? You're hearing it now. This is Ali C.B. Flynn. Song is called Last Days. Jigs and Reels Radio, New Music Monday on Mix 98.5. Are you ready, Steve? Andy? Oh, let's go! That's the first thing I heard of. I like Ali, man. I really like this. He's a funny individual, a great musician, an amazing singer-songwriter.
Start over again. I won't break. I won't complain.
Wow. I was not expecting this at all. Wow. Great wording. Great writing. Oh.
Reaching out for something, what it is I can't define, and crossing the lines, just wasting.
How could you not bop to this track? A little bit of picking going on here. This is, dude, Allie, man, this, not at all. I could listen to this all day. When's the album coming out, Allie? I hear Spirit of the West in this. Shit, man. Oh. Now we got the harmonica in this? Come on. We just need somebody on the bottle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is right down your alley, Paul. Bump is West Virginia style. There's some Americana. Newficana. Oh my goodness, not Americana. This is Newficana. Oh, I think I'm onto something. It's the Red Bull. It's got to be the Red Bull. Ladies and gentlemen, no more Americana. If it's from Newfoundland, it's called Newficana. Wow. Woo. That was great. Jigs and Reels Radio, KW Mix 98.5. That is Ali CB Flynn, Last Days. A lot of great sound in that. Came up with something on the behind the scenes. And you know what? It could be the Red Bull. It could be the whiskey. It could be the beer. Could have been the 2-4-6 pack. I don't know. I laugh at my own jokes. But you know how there's Americana? We just decided that anything that sounds like that is now going to be known as Newficana. All right? So anything that sounds the bluegrassy style, Newficana. Do you think? I think we're onto something. I think that's a great one. I like Newficana. All right, Paul Bump, you're in West Virginia. Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to go that route? Let's continue on, shall we? This guy here, we've played a couple of his tracks on the New Music Monday, and it's always a pleasure to have another new one from him. It is none other than Mr. Brian Tobin and the Things That Really Matter. Brand new song from BT on Jigs and Reels Radio, KW on Mix 98.5.
Like a river and a stream, oh what a ride. Lending wishes to a dream we had alive. That before this was our own, now here we are, and together we will roam.
I had a dream that someday this would be all I never knew.
Wow.
It would really happen for me, so wake me up from the image in my mind, because today it is real, it is mine.
What's up, Mr. Kevin House? Good to have you on, buddy.
I'm gonna spend all days together, taking trips north and north, spending time together for always. Yes, I'll spend all days together on the things that really matter, spending time together for always.
Let me see.
This day is on
Brenda.
you.
Brian and Brenda Tobin.
Who holds your heart so dear. Spend our days together, taking trips no matter where, spending time.
Mr. and Mrs. Tobin. Yeah, this one is this was nice. I actually think that this is I've heard a lot of your songs, Brian. I do think this one is the best one. I think this one is really well written. The vocals, the sound. Yeah, dude. You and Brenda, this is the one right here. The bar has been raised for you guys. Like, unbelievable. Yeah, this is by far your best recording. Love it. Yeah. You're going to have so much fun, House. Brother, you are going to have a hell of a time. Kevin, I'll send you a message of the B&B I'm staying at in St. John's. The guy that runs it is freaking awesome. I will never go anywhere else. I will never stay in a hotel at all. I will be staying at his B&B anytime I go home and spend any time in St. John's. Kevin, I'll send you a message of who it is, okay? Between you and him, you can work it out, but unbelievable. Great guy. Great guy.
Mix 98.5, the sound of the region.
This is a group that needs zero introduction. The dynamic duo known as, quote, the Raven.
Don't leave me alone. Your ghost is hanging on.
Because you want to get that book now before you actually get your tickets, because, dude, it's going to be packed.
I never thought that I'd have a life without you. Things come and go, but you'd always be around. There's only so much time in a minute.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. When are you putting that, hey, Ali, when are you going to put that on Spotify? Because I want to add that song to my driving list, my driving playlist. Oh, no. Where I stay, Francie, is when I stayed, this guy was like, there's 3 rooms. The room that I had a king bed, its own private bathroom. The other 2, you kind of had to share the bathroom. I made sure that I didn't want that. But it was I didn't spend a lot of time there just to sleep, but it was such a cool spot. It's maybe about 15 minutes from downtown, walking, that is. So it gives you enough to, he's walking uphill, I'll tell you that. Okay. Beauty Alley. I'm uploading that to my driving playlist as soon as I get home. Actually, you know what? I got my other phone here. I got so many goddamn phones. Let's find it. Allie CB Flynn. Where are you? There it is. I see you. Last days. There it is. And I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to add this. Wait. Look at that picture. Buddy or some. Oh, wait. I don't want that. I want that. There it is, buddy. It's been added. Ooh, I better pause it. All right, there it is. Right there at the bottom. You see it, Allie? It's right there, brother, man. I got 25. What do I got here on my playlist? I got 25 saves for people. So you're up there, buddy. Yeah, this B&B, man, I'll tell you, it's awesome. I enjoyed it. I will never stay at a hotel again. And even when Dana and I go down, it is going to be a B&B. Long. Jigs and Reels Radio KW on Mix 98.5. Quote, the Raven, the dynamic duo out of Newfoundland. They've been everywhere, borrowed time. Had a chance to see them last year at the Hillside Festival as I was working security, and it was so cool. They brought in such a great crowd, and the vocals, the harmonies on those two, and just the way their stage presence, it's so beautiful even just to watch. If nothing came out of their mouth and they were just dancing, it was beautiful. We also had Brian Tobin and the Things That Really Matter. I said on the behind the scenes, that's Brenda, by the way, his wife, that's singing in there as well. I said on the behind the scenes, Brian, that is by far your best track. The Things That Really Matter is such an absolute amazing, well-written song. The instrumentation on that, the sound, great stuff. That is by far your best track, Brian. The bar has been raised. Can't wait to see what else you got coming out. Now, Alex Murphy is part of a band called Area. It's a progressive metal studio project featuring Alex Murphy and Zach Roman. Founded in 2019, Alex Murphy Area began as a solo project, and as a solo project, Area released an EP and numerous singles such as Cura, Hyper Reality, and Carfire. Area then grew into a four-piece band comprising of Alex, Zach, Matt Bedard, and Paul St. John. With this lineup, the band only released one single, Dead Man Control, before going on an indefinite hiatus due to internal issues within the band. During the period of hiatus, Area released the Dead Man Collection, which comprised of demos of music the band were working on prior to their split. 3 years after the band split, they are back as a two-piece instrumental studio project featuring Alex and Zach Roman. They are set to release their first studio recording in 4 years on January the 24th. Obsessive Minds. Here it is. Never played before on any other radio station, and you're going to hear it right now. Area. Song's called Obsessive Minds. Again, all genres get played on the New Music Monday. Jigs and Reels Radio KW Mix 98.5. In the headphones? That's kicking. Jeremy, I know you like this one, man. Oh, absolutely book within walking distance. Duh. Oh, yeah. And there's no vocals. It's an instrument. It's listen to this. That's talent. I'm sure some of the traditionalists listening in out there are going, what the hell is this? This is from Newfoundland, ladies and gentlemen. All genres get played. Now I could listen to this live. And only a two-piece in this. Only a two-piece. Yeah, that's heavy. I'm looking forward to Wild Step, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter's Kiss. You thought this is heavy? Whoa! Oh, Tool and Papa Roach. Tool for sure. I can hear the Tool in it. Listen to that. Hey, Fitzy, you could do this. Yeah. It's loud. Johnny, I know you're digging this. Listen. I could. So what do you think? Again, if it's from Newfoundland, all genres get played. This is right up there with the LA scene. This is heavy metal area. What a great instrument track on that. Obsessive Minds. Oh, that's heavy. This is a heavy track. Well done, Alex. I absolutely, that was crazy. Again, you go, the 9 tracks in tonight's New Music Monday is all over the place, and that's what we do. We feature new music because, again, remember, Newfoundland music isn't what it was. It is progressed into what it is now. This next gentleman, kind of got him on Instagram. Hello, I'm Spence. I'm an artist, musician, deeply immersed in the vibrant world of hip-hop, R&B, soul, rap, and alternative music. Yes. My journey as a creative has been a profound exploration of sound, emotion, and identity, weaving together influences that resonate from my experiences and those of the people around me. From a young age, I was captivated by the power of music to tell stories and evoke feelings. I found my voice in the melodies and rhythms that surrounded me, and I began my musical journey as a hard rock guitarist. Over the years, I've honed my craft, embracing my love for music as a vessel of expression, which led me to start writing my own music and orchestrating my own sounds. In early 2023, I released my first single, If I Were the Devil, and decided to continue on as a vocalist independently. My music reflects a mosaic of genres, each playing a vital role in shaping my sound. Hip-hop taught me the art of rhythm and storytelling, while R&B added depth and sensuality to my melodies. Soul has instilled in me the importance of authenticity, and through rap, I found a platform to voice my thoughts and struggles unapologetically. Alternative hard rock music, with its boundary-pushing ethos, inspires me to explore new sonic territories and challenge conventional norms. Now that paragraph right there sums up, that is a well-rounded sound. This gentleman, his name is Spence. The song is called Sail Away, Heart Racer. Jigs and Reels, Radio KW on Mix 98.5, New Music Monday. Again, this is Spence, Sail Away. Oh! Ken, I was not expecting this. Now, this is on my workout list. Spence, bro, man, this is... Oh. All the music tonight has been knocked out of the park from Miss Chris. A children's track to this. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Jigs and Reels Radio KW, Mix 98.5, Spence, Sail Away. Oh, yes. See, again, would you ever think that this comes out of Newfoundland? No, you didn't. No, you don't, because it does. That's what it's all about, music of Newfoundland. All right, I got one more for you. Wild Step is a four-piece group from Happy Valley, Goose Bay, formed in 2020, started by Ben Rogers and crystallizing with the addition of Sheldon Saunders on bass. The project went through many members and even a few name changes before finding drummer Jeff Wall. Mikey Murphy paid his dues helping the band behind the scenes before the decision was made to change from a power trio to a four-piece rock and roll unit with Mikey on lead guitar, with a sound that is easily described as rock, but hard to stick in any one category. They incorporate elements of their many influences from stoner rock and doom metal to funk, psychedelic rock, and things much heavier. With a few demos out, Wild Step released their debut album digitally on January the 9th, recorded DIY in the wilds of Labrador. This, ladies and gentlemen, is brand new music, the final song here tonight, Hunter's Kiss Part 2, off of the album Follow the Smoke. Let's give it a listen to. From Wild Step. Jigs and Reels Radio, KW, New Music Monday. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Mix 98.5. What? Crazy. Wow. Talking earlier about Tool, this is a cool Tool track. Wow. I agree, Johnny. The sound from those 20 years to these 3 years are night and day. Like this, I'm sorry, but this is stuff you hear from Toronto, from the States, from big centers. You would never, if I said to you that these guys were from Labrador, Happy Valley, Goose Bay, Labrador, and they play this day, come on, man. Wicked. Oh, she's going to have to. Jigs and Reels Radio, KW Hunter's Kiss. Closing out our show tonight on our New Music Monday. You want to catch the balance of that song? Follow the Smoke. It's available everywhere. New Music Monday did not disappoint us tonight. 9 killer tracks. Unbelievable time indeed. Well, that 2 hours just came and went. So you know what that means. It's now time for me to say goodnight. Zig is coming up next with the Starlight Concert. I wind you up, he winds you down. Christopher Hibbs from the Way East, thank you so much for being my guest tonight. Angie Reed, as always, the beautiful, the talented, and the most ever effervescent Angie Reed. So until next Monday night when you hear the fables heave away, you know you're listening to Jigs and Reels on FM 98.5. Until next Monday night, may God bless you. May God bless the tropical island of Canada known as Newfoundland. You guys have yourself a great week. Good night! Yeah, buddy. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And CKWR, both serving our community.
You all have yourself a great night. That was damn fantastic. We'll talk to you again next Monday night, same time, same place. God bless you all. We'll talk real soon. Good night.